Welcome back to White Mountains Today. I'm Chelsea Hupalowski, and we know one of our favorite winter activities is cross-country skiing. And we brought someone today who knows everything there is to know about it. How are you today? Sue Tuttle here from Bear Notch Ski Touring.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Thanks so much for coming in. First of all, let's talk about cross-country skiing. What is it? Tell us about why you like it.
Okay. Well, I love being outside no matter what the weather or the season. So cross-country skiing is my winter go-to sport. I do other winter sports, but cross-country is my favorite because you can get away from the crowds.
Okay, yeah.
It's relatively inexpensive compared to alpine skiing. You get great exercise, upper body and lower body exercise, so it's really good for you. And the scenery is usually pretty fantastic.
Nice, wonderful. And what would you say, so from Bear Notch Ski Touring, tell us about anyone who hasn't been there yet.
Okay, it's on the just north of Bartlett Village. On the left, you'll see a little white house with a sign out front. And across the street, there's trails all along the Saco River. And on the same side of the road as the buildings are trails with hills and vistas, and the teaching area is there.
You have a huge trail system, it seems.
It is a pretty big trail system, yes.
Just so many.
Keep you amused for days.
Wonderful. Lots of different options there, yes. Well, how would you say it's different? Like, what would you think the perks of a Bear Notch itself? What are your favorite things about
I really like
there?
the setup of all their trails. From the base, you can go across the street, and there's small rolling hills that are perfect for a beginner to learn, and there's lots of flat areas. And if you go out towards the river, it's really scenic, and it's not a long distance to ski to get to that.
Okay,
It's like,
to get to the scenic.
It's like 2 minutes across the road, and you're already in a beautiful setting and very close to the river.
Oh, wonderful.
So that makes it very accessible for a beginner. Like a lot of times after I teach a lesson, they want to know where to go. That's where I send them. And you can actually ski from there along the river right into Bartlett Village.
Oh, wow.
And,
That's fantastic.
and
yeah.
without encountering any big hills or big obstacles for beginner skiers.
That sounds perfect for a
And
beginner.
then
No
on the-
surprises.
No. And then on the same side of the road as the entrance from the road, you have a meadow, big meadow with rolling hills, which is where the teaching area is.
Okay.
And then behind that, everything goes uphill. Some of the hills are easy. Some are intermediate because they may have a downhill with a corner at the same time. But you can pick and choose where you want to go on that side of the road to gain more experience and have new scenery.
Yeah.
And you can also do a loop from there all the way into Bartlett Village and then come back along the flat side that I mentioned. So it's a big loop.
Wow.
It's like 10 kilometers.
It seems like you can keep stepping up the difficulty
can.
every time, yes.
You can. And it's definitely in different areas, so you can not have to worry. If you choose the easy area, it's easy.
Oh, good. Well, let's talk about the easy areas. So for someone who has never cross-country skied before, you offer lessons to learn, and rentals as well. So tell us about your lessons.
Okay. So we do a lot of beginner lessons. We also can cover intermediate and upper level. But most of the people that come to Bear Notch are looking for a beginner lesson, or to maybe it might be their second lesson just so they can get things a little better, like climbing hills and coming down hills. We offer them right in the field, right near where they will give you your rentals and everything. So you don't have to walk far to get to that. The lessons last a little over an hour and 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
And those are the group lessons. You can get private lessons also.
Okay, well.
Let's see, what else did I want to say?
What are some of the benefits, would you say? Why is it important to have a lesson in cross-country skiing?
Good question, because that's what I was searching for.
Of course.
It can be, if you don't know how to go up and down a hill and transition from the flats and handle that, it can be scary, it can be intimidating, and it can be a lot of work. Whereas if you take a lesson, we not only teach you how to go along the flats efficiently, but I like to make sure everybody can at least, even if they don't master the skill of going up and down a hill, at least they have the skills, they have the information they need to be able to practice that.
Okay, and to continue to get better.
And to continue to get better. And I have to emphasize that a beginner lesson, if you've alpine skied, a beginner lesson is still a really good idea, because there's a lot of techniques that differ from alpine skiing. Even how you use your ski poles is way different. And so an alpine skier won't get the benefits of all the skill set that we teach if they just say, "Oh, I know how to ski."
You know how to do this type
and then
of ski,
and understandably, they've been up and down a hill, so they figure they got this, and they can go out and ski, but they're going to have a much better understanding on how to ski more efficiently and negotiate the terrain better if they take a lesson. I've never had an alpine skier be bored in the lesson.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll be saying, "Oh, I didn't know that." So it's worthwhile for everybody who hasn't done it yet to take a beginner lesson.
Absolutely, and they've probably done so much cross-country skiing the wrong way, essentially.
Well, yeah.
Or similarly.
And they come back and they're tired and they're like, "Oh, my arms are killing me." And we can fix that.
Oh, of course, yeah. You know exactly what to do. Yeah. That is interesting. I bet there's just interesting differences there.
Yeah.
With, to help your energy, though. It'll benefit you in the long run. 100%. Well, tell us about your rentals as well. You have...
they have full rental fleet in the little white farmhouse where you get your tickets and everything.
Yeah.
They have really good quality rentals there. I mean, sometimes I use them myself.
Oh, okay.
If my skis are, if I don't have the right skis or whatever, I have no problem with their rental equipment. It's really good.
So it's like you can show up and everything is there for you. You get
pretty
taught,
much,
you get the
pretty much after the
rental.
lesson, we'll get a map and I'll show you where to go and you can go off on your own. I do have something exciting this year.
Ooh, let's hear about it.
Since pre-COVID, Bear Notch has not had their barn open and heated with soup and bread for sale.
Heard about the soup and bread in the studio
Well,
today.
it hasn't happened in years, and
Wow.
and I was told yesterday that they're going to open it up. I'm not sure the exact date, but it's a really nice atmosphere. It's an old barn, and it's not fixed up at all too much, so you don't have to worry about coming in with snow on your boots or you can just it's
laid back.
It's heated, and the wonderful thing is they're going to have a couple crock pots of soup and a bread machine in there, and when the bread's ready, it gets sliced up and you can put in money in a pot and help yourself for lunch. And it's a great place to eat and congregate with your friends. Even if you bring your own food, that's not a problem. There's table space and chairs, and it's a very inviting atmosphere.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I know we had people who were really excited about it, so I bet it's been years since
it's been years.
Yeah. Well, it's very exciting to bring it back.
I was like super excited.
Yeah.
I sent Doug one of those little gifts that's like, oh.
Well, part of it because they said it was delicious too, the bread and the soup. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just quaint. You're outside all day in the cold, and you come in. How warm and comforting, and in the farmhouse. You can take a load off and relax there as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Take a break for lunch and go back out and whatever.
Do another trail. Yep. So I've heard from insurance people that the best way to save is bundling. And I've heard that you have a fantastic lesson and seasons pass bundle that you're offering this year.
If you've never had a season pass there and never cross-country skied, you can get a season pass, and I will give a free lesson.
Wow.
It will be a group lesson, and I limited it to the first 32 people, figuring I could have 4 different times for lessons and go out with, try and get them grouped up. But we'll see how that goes. So if you have never had a season pass and you're interested in that, call, and we'll try and get some time set up for
That's
the
amazing.
free Learn to Ski lesson.
With you personally.
Probably.
Yeah.
There are three other instructors.
I
but
trust you entirely. This is You've known everything. That is amazing. So the first is free to
Yes.
come. That's awesome.
Yes.
'Cause
With-
I
with
mean,
the purchase of the season pass, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So,
fantastic.
And then you're good to go.
Go off on the trails alone.
Yep.
So all tickets and everything is for sale on your website, or would you recommend calling, stopping
Well, I talked to Doug this morning. He has quite a bit of terrain groomed, and anybody that has a season's pass can just go and ski. As soon as there's groomable terrain,
in? Wow. Okay. Yeah.
season pass holders can go and ski. He hasn't officially manned the front area yet to sell tickets, but I believe he's going to start on Saturday. But if you do want to go skiing today or tomorrow before the weekend, then you can there's a little box out on the front porch, and you can just put a donation in there and go out on the trail.
Oh wow. Yeah.
There's no
We're on the
tickets right
system.
now. So
I love that. But you're ready to
it's
go.
a very, well, Bear Notch is very laid back and
Yeah.
different. They do not take credit cards.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah.
And if you show up and you want to ski, a check or cash is good, but they will not turn you away. They will give you a bill and just say, send us money in the mail.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really,
It's a lovely vibe.
It's like old-fashioned, laid-back, trusting, and
Which
it's
is so
a
neat.
wonderful atmosphere.
Yeah. It's probably homey and
Yep.
the barn you're talking about sounds wonderful. Sounds like a family.
Yeah, it is.
Cross-country skiing family. Well, that's wonderful. Anything else you want to tell us about the season?
They do allow dogs
Okay, cool.
on any of their trails, not just like one or two or a limited area. On any of their trails, they allow dogs. A lot of people have theirs on a leash, but a lot of people don't.
Okay.
As long as you have some kind of control that if a skier's coming along pretty good clip, you don't want your dog to all of a sudden step in their path,
Yes, safety-wise.
safety-wise. But they allow dogs on all their trails.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, it's so much fun to see everybody having a good time.
With
The
their-
dogs are
with their best
romping, the
friend.
people are laughing, and it's like, yeah.
And I haven't heard of that of a lot of other places either. So that's
Well, they
unique.
allow dogs on certain trails at a couple of the other areas, but not in general on all.
Yeah. Wow, that's a little bit unique. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great
And I
benefit.
personally have never had a problem with, paw prints in a trail.
Oh, no.
It's like,
I think it looks
it's
nice.
okay.
It's a benefit to me.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sue, for coming in today and telling us all about Bear Notch ski touring.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful time.
It's been good to be here.
Of
Thank you for
course.
inviting me.
Wonderful problem. And you've been watching White Mountains Today.